I am proud to introduce today the Tuskegee Airmen. Nearly 1,000 fighter pilots trained as a segregated unit at an air base in Tuskegee, Alabama. Not allowed to practice or fight with their white counterparts, the Tuskegee Airmen distinguished themselves in combat throughout Europe, the Mediterranean, and North Africa, escorting bomber aircraft on missions and protecting them from the enemy. The presentation by the Tuskegee Airmen taking place during Black History Month also reminds us that Jews were proud to walk beside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on the Civil Rights March from Selma to Montgomery in 1965. Today, the mission of the Tuskegee Airmen is to honor the accomplishments and perpetuate the history of African Americans who participated in air crew, ground crew, and operations support training in the Army Air Corps during World War II. As Rabbi Abraham Heschel, who marched beside Dr. King, said, all it takes is one person and another to start a movement. It is in this spirit that we welcome the Tuskegee Airmen. I'd like to introduce Ed Morast.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're delighted to be here. Before I get into this about the Tuskegee Airmen, there's a gentleman over here that was way before we were, Buffalo Soldier. So we want to give him some love too. So thank you for being here. The Tuskegee Airmen were my heroes, and it took me almost 30 years to find them because there's so little history about them. And this one, I retired in 1976, and I was once stationed at Lockbourne in 61 to 63. There wasn't anything out there that said the Tuskegee Airmen were ever there. We've put together some programs, and we shouldn't be hard to find. Now, we're everywhere. We are on YouTube, we got a website, and we do a lot of presentations such as these. And we love telling the story of the Tuskegee Airmen simply because, in my estimation, they were the forerunners of civil rights. The first major movements in the civil rights movement were in World War II, when the airmen stood up and fought to become pilots and fight for the country. I know that my Air Force career wasn't a typical Air Force career, but I give a lot of that credit to my mother. She was a school teacher, and she pushed education. And she said, the world's going to change. And she said, if you wait till the change comes and you're not ready, you're going to be passed by. So you go, you study, and you get your education. The Tuskegee Airmen, what we overlook a lot of times, is that these guys, like the guy said in the thing, they were 18 to 22, 23. That's awful young to do the things that they did. You kind of think of them as being mature men to do what they did. But when you look at that age and the things that they accomplished, they actually changed the history of the United States. And to do it at that age is just almost unbelievable. And the pilots, their guys, they were highly educated. But most of the Tuskegee Airmen, the support group, came out of the regular Army. The Army brought those guys into the Army Air Corps to build the Tuskegee Airmen. And that consisted of doctors, lawyers, administrative people, anything that takes up the medical base. And that's how Lockbourne became the only black Air Force base in the Israel Air Force. It was commanded by General Davis. We don't talk much about Davis, but he was the guy that actually carried them into combat. The guy that I really look up to a lot is Noel Parrish. He was the guy that really brought dignity to the Tuskegee Airmen. The highest award that you can win in this organization is the Noel Parrish Award. And those guys picked that award, that name, because of the respect that they had for that man. And he was from the South. As an organization, we're honoring these guys, but we're really about education. And not just to our Morast chapter. Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated this, and there's about 52 chapters throughout the United States. And last year we were able to give 3 national scholarships for kids from this area, from national. Now, they have to qualify. You have to have at least a 3.0 grade point average. You have to major in science, math, English, something in aviation. Our other thing that we got, we've get some cooperation from the local community, and we can give grants. We got enough money last year from locally that we were able to give 3 grants besides the scholarships. And we kind of picked those. You know, you don't have to have a 3-point grade average. You just have to have a mind set that you want to do better. We want to help you. So I want you guys to get that out in the community. Our website is www.TuskegeeAirmen.com. And the scholarships that they won nationally this year, one of the kids was from Whitehall, the other one from Pickerton, and the other one from Southfield. So that just goes to show you smart kids all over the city. That makes a difference what environment you come from. And we plan on to reach those. And thank you for being here. I'd like to get the word out on us that what we're doing, besides honoring our guys, is that we're trying to make a difference in the community through education. Thank you very much.